America's libraries are being forced to redefine and advocate for their continuing value in society. Here in San Diego, public library hours have been cut, and a new city budget proposals may call for the closing for several branch libraries. This weekend, the American Library Association is gathering to discuss challenges and identify solutions, and they are in San Diego. Roberta Stevens is president of the American Library Association. She joins me now, and thank you so much for being here.
Thank you, Gloria. It's wonderful to be here.
How are libraries around the country faring in this economy?
Libraries are, I would say, the good news and the bad news story. And here's the good news. The good news is that there's no longer any question about why do we have libraries, why do we need libraries. Everybody knows why we need them. We have the highest usage we have ever had, and it continues to escalate, double-digit percentage increases. So that's the good news. The bad news is that just like all parts of our economy, the libraries are being affected by the cuts in funding for services at the state and at the local levels, and that's because of decreased tax revenues, etc. So we are clearly being impacted by what has been going on a national and global scale.
Why is it that libraries are being used more than ever before? What's happened in our society?
Well, I think that it just reflects what we see happening in terms of there's less money for people. They think very carefully, and so they use their library. They may be unemployed. They say, why am I buying a book? Or why am I accessing an e-book when I can get this downloaded onto my Kindle from the public library? So it's a good economic choice, but there are other reasons to be using libraries and why they have been used intensively. People are coming into the libraries to do job hunting. They're coming into libraries to file online application forms, and they're coming in to use our very knowledgeable and talented staff for information navigation through this complex world that we all encounter on the internet. There's lots of information. Well, what's the good information? What's useful information? And how do I use my time wisely? Use your librarian.
Is that what you're going to be talking about during the conference here in San Diego?
We'll be talking about those issues, and they are, of course, very important. How do we advocate for our libraries of all sorts, school libraries, as well as the public libraries and our academic libraries? We also talk a great deal about technology at these midwinter meetings and annual conferences, and we have 2 a year. And that is because it is changing so rapidly, and it's most important that we be ahead of the curve on what is occurring with the technologies.
Well, you talked about the economy, and we all have to acknowledge that. So the libraries will have to do more with less. How is that possible?
Well, they are doing more with less already, and I do think at some point you can reach the, the juncture where you can't do any more than you're doing. But what libraries have been doing is what you have seen reflected here in San Diego. There's cuts in hours to try to accommodate the lower budgets. But the problem is that every time you cut hours, you're really shutting out thousands and thousands of people from using the library who need to do so. There's 1.4 billion visits to libraries every year, and that continues to escalate. 2 billion items circulated every year. I mean, our business is huge. So you cut our hours, you cut services to people.
All right, it's huge, but it's also ever changing as the technology changes. So how are libraries retooling in this economy to accommodate all the changes?
Well, one thing they do is they consult, obviously, with their users, and they watch the user trends. And then what they're doing is they're really offering the services and readjusting their services to accommodate what it is that people need, how they need it, and that is what has been changing. E-books, in 2009, 45% of the public libraries offered e-books. In 2008. In 2009, it was 55%. It continues to escalate, so we are ever evolving our services to address these changes that we see.
In San Diego, we're doing something that's kind of different in this environment, despite all the challenges. We're building a major downtown library. How rare is it now for cities to be devoting their precious resources to building big libraries?
not rare at all. And not rare also for public libraries to be taking existing branch libraries. And where I live, they actually took the older ones and leveled them to the ground and rebuilt them. They're building them to reflect the changes that have been occurring in terms of how libraries are used. We're not just institutions where we have solitary users predominating. There's a lot of group usage. And clearly the impact of having computers in libraries has been enormous. When people say to me, well, again, why do you need the library? Have you been in a library lately? You come in the doors and the place is packed. The computers are all in use.
Just very quickly, what about the future of the library? What do you see as that?
I think the future of libraries is very good. We will get past this bump in our economy, but we are ourselves as an association and as a profession retooling ourselves so that we are ready for the future.
Thank you very much.
It was my pleasure to be here. Thank you.